wonderful Sunday. What a week it's been. It was so hot over the week, and as I was driving into the studio, it was raining. Honestly, this weather needs to make its mind up. But anyway, we're here, and we have a jam-packed show for you. What we're going to do is we're going to watch a small clip, and then we will speak to Tamanna A Miah.
My name is Tamanna A Miah. I'm from Kent. I'm a campaigner, media spokesperson and a public speaker for various charities, organisations and special causes. I've had a real privilege over the last 16 years of meeting people from all walks of life, young and old, and I've had some real special opportunities, from meeting the royal family, from Prince Harry to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, to the heads of state such as Theresa May and Emmanuel Macron in the world's famous selfie. I've had the opportunity of being on stage at Wembley Arena talking to thousands of people about my experiences of discrimination and the link between mental health, alongside Rita Ora, the singer and former refugee. I've been campaigning and volunteering and helping the community since a very young age of 11. I was inspired by my father to help those vulnerable and needy in the communities. I'm supporting RFC this year, Ramadan Family Commitment with Channel S, because I think it's really important that we help the needy and the vulnerable in this time of pandemic with the coronavirus. We can see that the coronavirus is having a huge impact on people's livelihoods, their jobs, their physical and mental health, and as well as that, putting people into further debt and poverty. Please encourage all your friends and family to help with this worthy and important cause, especially in this time of need with the coronavirus pandemic.
Hi Tamanna.
How are you?
Walaikum Assalam. Gosh, I loved watching that. You've been a busy woman. How have you been?
Well, I've been really busy. Yeah, been everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. How are you? How are you well?
Good. It's been. I feel like it's been a couple of years since we last saw each other.
Yeah, I think about a year or two.
Yeah. Time really does fly. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been doing this RFC campaign. It was my first ever RFC campaign. And I've been raising money, so I've probably raised around 1,100.
Fantastic.
And I've been pestering everybody I know, my friends, my family, my dad, everyone else. And I've been also doing a double sort of challenge. I've been feeding the homeless as well. You probably have seen it on my social media. I've been providing hot meals, snacks, drinks for the homeless in London, so Westminster, Charing Cross, Piccadilly. I've been going out there, talking to them, getting to know them, building a rapport and relationship, and finding out how they've been managing and in this virus. And it's been a very difficult situation for them. You know, all the public toilets have been closed, public facilities have been closed. A lot of them are very much struggling, waiting to be housed. And they've got no friends, no family, they've lost their jobs. You know, all the problems that me and you might face, they have faced too. So it's really, really heartbreaking and really terrible. And I thought, you know, in this time of virus, why not do something that can help them and obviously raise money for RFC at the same time.
That's incredible. You've fed over 400 people.
So it's been a real challenge, obviously, during the fasting as well and during the virus. So I was preparing meals in my colleagues' premises, and you know, I was trying to feed around 15 or so people a day. And it started in Ramadan, and then I'm still doing it now. So
look, what made you decide to get involved with RFC? Because you're quite a charitable person. You do a lot of voluntary work in your free time. What made you actually decide you wanted to get involved with Channel S?
Because normally, this homeless campaign and fundraising, I've done it for the last 3 or 4 years. And I thought, there's a virus going on, and why not do something that's going to be of double benefit? Obviously I've got my part where I'm, giving back to the homeless in London. And then obviously the other part of the RFC being raising money for a charity who then distributes to other charities. And that has a domino effect in receiving.
No, absolutely. And I think, one of the challenging things, I think, during Ramadan especially, is that everyone is raising money, right? So I always find that when there are so many people raising money, there's only so many that you can actually give to. Did you find that quite challenging over Ramadan to raise funds?
Yeah, I think this year has been a real challenge. I mean, I've been doing fundraising for a long time, and every year fundraising for anything, big or small, is always a challenge. And I think I have learned so much this year, and even adding the challenge of COVID and Ramadan and RSV, a lot of different things to deal with all at the same time, it can be a real challenge. But I think it's also, you know, coming to the end of it is quite rewarding. One of the ways I managed to get people to donate was asking them, saying, you know, if you donate to my RSV campaign, then I will personally feed X amount of people in London to the homeless. So that was my sort of pledge.
I've seen you do like some cooking, and you've got other people to help you as well. What was it like collaborating with others in this time when everyone's going through their own crisis? But you know, it seems like you actually managed to you know, get people together and help you out.
Yeah. Firstly, were you watching my videos and stuff and photos?
I have seen some of them. I saw you cook once with a friend, I think, and then I think I saw something the other day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you've been stalking me.
Yes, I'm a big fan of yours, Tamanna.
Oh, I'm a fan of yours. Well, it was really interesting. I've cut myself a few times, so here's the evidence of one.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I can see.
I've had this on for like nearly 2 weeks now. So basically, I was in the kitchen and I was using a can opener, and I told my colleague, "Can you just cut it for me, just in case I hurt myself again?" Yeah. And he cut it, and then the last bit was done. So then I tried to use a fork and like lift it up, and then my hand went sliced.
Oh dear.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been managing okay. I've had a few cuts and bruises and burnt hands, but it's been really interesting because I've been able to get people interested that people wouldn't normally be interested before. Okay. So I've opened other people's eyes to the issue around homelessness and fundraising and helping the needy and the vulnerable. But I've learned myself as well. Hear me?
You're cutting out, but let's continue. I think you talked about something about connecting that with mental health, right?
Yeah, so it's really important we go and talk to everybody, because a lot of people are vulnerable and isolated, suffering from anxiety, depression, loneliness. And for me, it was really important to go and talk to these people that are struggling with these things. And who better to talk to than the homeless people in London itself, people that are not protected, they don't have gloves, they don't have sanitation, they don't have PPE. And I myself didn't always have gloves or masks. So I was very, very careful to be clean and sanitized, and you know, especially from my family as well. You know, it's very difficult times, and we've got to really help each other and support each other to have our own mental health and well-being.
Tamanna, we are actually running out of time, unfortunately, because of all the network issues. Can I just ask, if you were to encourage others to get involved in helping the needy, what advice would you give in this time when we do have a pandemic and we do have people that are cautious about going out and getting involved in the community?
Well, the lockdown is easing slowly, and I can understand a lot of people are struggling with anxiety and depression and worries about leaving the house. So I encourage people, you know, if you don't want to leave the house, fine. Do so at your own pace and your own time. But do try and connect with people, whether it's on social media, online, offline, phone calls, text messages. Check in with people and ask them a simple hello, how are you, can make a world of difference. And if you're more braver than that and you want to step outside, then go and help your local community, whether it's a food bank, or go and cook some meals, deliver it to your next door neighbour or homeless people if you can. If you do help people, make sure you stay socially distant as possible and try and wear gloves and masks and make sure you are sanitise yourself. But basically, there's so much you can do. You know, the country is crying for help. So, you know, if you can help one person, that one person can make a difference to many other people.
Listen, Tamanna, you've been fabulous, and thank you for joining me. I wish you all the best and continue doing what you're doing. And well done for raising the money for RFC.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, that was Tamanna. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to speak for that long, but hopefully she'll be back again. I'm sure she'll be doing a lot more amazing work with Channel S.